Hello, my Patrick. Hello, little girl. Hello, everybody. Dr. Nick, etc. Hello, Jacob Smith. Hello, Bear Andre. Get my overlay up as well. Hello, camera. Do I need to restart the overlay? It's not picking up YouTube. Oh wait, there we go. Well, the beard. Level 1 thing, it just kind of occupies a lot of space. I need to find a better way of depicting that. I need to log in to your games again. Oh my gosh. I got password. Please log in. Let's make a game. What I'm going to be doing today is probably, I don't know if it's going to be super interesting. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleanup stuff with PokeyPoke to get it to a point where we can take it further more manageably than we have been doing. It was quite a while, but like, well, this is the thing. I've not had a lot of time to change it a whole lot, and it's this year that's going to change. We're going to do a whole lot more PokeyPoke this year. Hopefully releasing it this year. But that's going to involve a lot of work, and in order to get there we have to change some things, because there's been a lot of things that have kind of hung on in this game from back when it was a jam game, in terms of just like a room setup and stuff like that, that we're gonna have to change in order for this to be like more long-term sustainable. So that's what we're gonna do. Hello, Justin Money. And I'm still trying to work out the exact best ways to do some of these things. So this might become the first refactor of many, but we need to get these things sorted before we can go a whole lot further. Hey, MRH Miner. Hello, Bane Games. Hello, Rickman. Does it have a story or levels, or is it a high score game? So it will have kind of a story. And it's the best game I suppose you can compare it to would be like Mario Odyssey or like Mario 64 or something like that, right? There's a bunch of things around the map that you kind of have to go around and collect, and I want you to have a good time doing it. The game is about stabbing things and finding shinies. That's kind of the unofficial tagline of the game right now. Am I using tile collisions? Yes, I am, and that's going to be one of the things we're going to look at changing. So at the moment I've got like a dirt tiles, rock tiles, and now a sand tiles. Like I've got a layer for every tile set I'm using, and it's not pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate this all down into a single tiles layer that I'm actually going to get rid of all this artwork, temporarily anyway. And we're going to put in some like default block tiles, like some grey tiles or something like that. It's going to create a very kind of clinical looking environment. The reason we're doing that is not to get rid of the artwork, but it's to kind of remove it from the equation for now, so that we don't have to worry too much about how everything looks, and we're just going to focus on the level design, right? So we're gonna boil it down to just the elements that affect gameplay, and we're going to use that to structure the new level layout. So this is sort of the beginning of what I'd started to structure of the intro to the game, and compared to say the Norwich build, which had all this, right? This was the whole game. So this is sort of this area being kind of reimagined. But I've been doing it the wrong way, I think. I've been trying to sort of do it all at once, and then just like do and complete the whole thing. Whereas I want to create a version that doesn't necessarily have to look super pretty, but is clear gameplay-wise. And we nail all that down, and then we can bring in all the artwork as that stuff is ready and is finished. So using polygonal terrain? No. Never. Oh, well, not never, but not in this. We've got slopes, and that's another thing I might be taking a look at today, is getting the spear to interact properly with the slopes, because at the moment the player does, but the spear does not. So the spear just treats these slope tiles as if they are block tiles, right? So we're gonna make a new tile set. I'm gonna duplicate. I mean, S-tile type kind of works already, right? Why is there a none? I don't know what that applies to. Why do I use this tile? This might have already accomplished some of what I want to do. Nowhere? I know we do something, because you can turn that on as a debug thing. How does that work again? I can't remember how my own game works. And that's going to be an important thing to do before we go about changing it all too much, right? Remember how my game actually works. Thank you very much for the touch. Almost the best ones I found on the internet. Sorry for my English. No problem, dude. I'm glad I could help. So we got debug control. So it's like F3 or something, right? Debug collisions. Debug tiles. Alright, it's debug tiles, isn't it? Debug visuals will be in here. Draw tile map collision. Oh, right, okay, because we create a collision map based on all of these. Right, so that's how it works for now. Okay. Alright, let me run that again, just remind me, because I think that's the blue tile set, isn't it? Like the 80s hairstyle. The 80s hairstyle, I didn't cut it for a little while. What is a modern hairstyle now anyway? Is it just everyone doing that friggin' Guile thing, where everyone has like tall ass nonsense or whatever? I don't know. What's a modern hairstyle these days? What does modern hairstyles look like? I don't know. So F3, F4, right, so this is the collision at the moment. And as you can see here, like, we don't even differentiate with the slope tiles, right? So they're just block tiles at the moment. Oh, that means I don't even want the player right now, actually. That's a good point. But there's a lot of the groundwork for tiles, for slopes already in the game. So it's not actually quite the can of worms that you might expect it to be. I don't use the GM physics right now. No, I do not. What do I think about Godot? I've never used Godot, so I don't think much about it at the moment. I guess there's a good case for me like trying it for lots of reasons, but given I'm kind of, you know, committing to this project, I'm not exactly going to redo this in Godot, so unfortunately it's just not the best use of my time right now. The T is silent in Godot. Well, it is in terms of like the name Godot, as in like waiting for Godot, the play, and that, which originally I thought the Godot was like a dig at the because like Godot came around before GMS2, right? And I kind of thought it was like a dig at like Game Maker Studio 2 just never coming out, and there just not really being any new developments in like the 2D engine space, and so like there was like a reference of like, you know, waiting for Godot, waiting for God, you know, and never showing up, and like him being like the engine being called Godot being like it like finally showed up or something like that. I don't think it actually is a reference to that, but I always thought it was. Sorry, I get distracted a lot when I'm playing this and answering questions, and I'll just run around and stab things, so just look out for that. We got a lot of Twitch people in here today. Hi, Twitch. Did the new beta fix my collision bug? I've not tried the beta yet. I saw some of the notes about it. I was given a kind of heads up on that stuff. It looks quite cool. I don't... I'm not sure. Did I report that bug? Yo-yo bug. No, the last bug I reported was... Because I didn't even know how to report it. I found a workaround for it, so like I haven't actually reported the bug yet, because I still don't 100% sure how to like even repro it, or like what to even tell them. So no. It's gonna be somewhere before we really isolate the cause of what is going on there. We're gonna game myself here to draw something of it. I'm glad. I think I'm teaching how to make this kind of water in Game Maker. I've done that, kind of. I did a devlog on how I built the water. You can go check that out. If you look for like devlog water Game Maker or something like that, or just find on my channel like a recent PokeyPoke devlog, water physics or something like that, you'll see how I did the water. I didn't do it as a full-on tutorial because, let's close this. Because I didn't like, I wasn't fully confident that it was going to be like a super strong method of doing the kind of thing. Let's do this. Do I still have stuff? Pixel edit? No, I'm going to use that, even though this isn't exactly... no. Why do I even keep that nowadays? G, tools. Alright, we got it. Cause it's good for, just because it's easy for doing tile stuff. I'm gonna add enemies. I think about it. I kind of want to avoid that. At least that's actually 32 by 32. I always forget. I don't know my own resolutions, man. Yeah, that's 32. Kind of what I was saying. Oh, enemies. Right. So... Yeah, I'm not ultra keen on doing enemies just because I kind of want to keep... Like, enemies aren't really... Like, I know the game is about stabbing things, and stabbing is inherently kind of violent, right? But I sort of want to keep the game not about that kind of thing. So these don't really have to look good. Although I'd kind of like them to be... like, not awful to look at, because I'm going to have to look at them for a long time. So what I'm doing, just for anyone just joining us now, is I'm making kind of a temporary tile set that's not really even a tile set. But like a block out, like dev tile set for the game. I kind of want them, I do want them to kind of tile okay next to one another. That's why I've kind of done them alt colors like that. I think hard black probably wasn't the best idea though. We do like that grey there, and do like a much lighter one. It's probably better. Okay, do we want the middle lighter still? Let me give it a little hue. Oh my god. Okay, we can do like the. Actually, let's get rid of the hue. It's not good. Yeah, that's better. So the reason I'm doing all this will help me because I can remember that they're 32. It's very Half-Life inspired, right? If we do it this way. But we can do it lighter than that. And so these will be like bounce tiles, right? So these are the ones that we bounce off. Although they kind of don't look like, they kind of look like, maybe they should, I was thinking about making these ones those, but it's like dirt, right? But I don't want to think of the whole game as like dirt that you dig off, so maybe I will actually use that as the diggable tile, because the light colour makes it look soft. Let's grab maybe like a not quite as dark grey. Yeah, that works, I think. That's cool. Do I want them hard edges as well? I think it's fine. I'm kind of busy right now, Pepperjack. This isn't a viewer submission stream, unfortunately. I thought about saying I might do it later, but looking at the time, I'm not realistically going to be streaming for a super long time today. Unfortunately, otherwise I would do that sort of thing later. So let's then just make this one, can I just make it just straight up darker? Maybe give it like a blue tint as well. So if we go for something like this, yeah, this works. Kind of wish this one had a bit more hue. Yeah, this is good. I like this idea. Just don't want the borders. I want the borders to be fairly soft because otherwise it just gets really harsh to look at. There we go. I can need that, and then we need. So I need to think about all the different kinds of tiles I'm gonna need in the game, right? So that's a grabbable tile, that's a bounceable tile, and for the most part that's all I've got in the game. But I'm going to want other things. I'm going to want, at one point, I thought about how cool or useful it would be actually to have a tile that's kind of like this, like half and half. And I don't have the physics in the game to support this kind of thing yet, but that's something I want to work on. So I kind of want to lock down all these types of things I can do so then the physics can be kind of locked down, you know? So I'm going to put these in, even though I'm not going to do anything for now, so that I can use them later. Should I put that, call it 1616, I guess? In frame. Yeah, that is position 15. I just won't put a number on those ones, actually. It's fine, they're fine without. Technically that changes the position of the thingy colours, but I don't really care. Nah, go on, we'll do it properly. Like, I think it would be cool at some point to have blocks that, like, you bounce off one side, but you can grab on the other. I don't know what they'll look like in the game, but not setting up auto tiles such. No, I've got auto tiling and everything, like, but I mean, it's kind of okay. I'm gonna change the way I implement tiles, the artwork anyway in the game, and I'm gonna simplify everything down to just being a handful of blocks. And then what'll happen is, like, we'll build the levels that way, and then we can do art passes over them later and put all the actual, like, art and stuff in. It's generally a better way to do it. Makes edits a little bit of a pain once you have committed to the art, because sometimes you have to change the art and the tiles. But it just makes the beginning phase a bit easier, because you're not always occupying your brain with stuff that doesn't need to be there. Like at the moment, like, I'm building levels and thinking about, oh, but I need to, like, kind of shape this auto tiling around here to make this look nice and so on. And I'm like, we haven't even really finished the full scope of the artwork and everything like that, so we don't even know what I'm going to have access to. There's no point me putting all that time into that right now. So this is to kind of clear that out of my brain, right? And just to make me develop better. So we're going to have those, and we're also going to have slopes, because I'm insane. So, so I'm going to do this. Do like a... It's not 90 degrees at all. What am I on about? It's 45. I don't know basic degrees anymore, man. How do you do a 4 that size? I don't even know. How do you do a 3x3 4? Isn't that? I've never done a 3x3 4 before. I don't know how that looks. It's not really 3x3, but it'll do. And I don't know if I'm going to do sloped metal yet, but I'm going to include them in case I do, so that they have an index reserved. Because what I'm going to do is essentially then I can take this and, like, I can base the physics on the index of the tile. I use the angle, do whatever I want. Upside down angles, let's go. Like an uppercase H without the palm left. Oh yeah, that's kind of how you do it, isn't it? You don't do that, yeah. That's okay, I'm happy with those fours. Oh yeah, I didn't want this, did I? These are kind of special tiles. Being able to... not having the numbers will make them easy to... spot. Okay. I guess I should also put, like, I'll just let them connect up cleanly to whatever they're up against, though. Oop. How did I... No, shift. Okay. Forgetting the hotkeys of this thing. Do I want to do that? Maybe I do want to harden the edges of these, actually, thinking about how it's actually going to look. Yeah, because otherwise we're going to start seeing things in the background of them. So I think we do actually want to harden these edges. How will that look, though? Let's keep that clear on the bottom. Okay, that's okay. Cool. Right. Oops, see? Don't know how that even happened. I'm not doing the art myself. Like, this isn't art for the game, really. Like, this is for me. This is a dev tile set. The art is being done by the same guy who helped with the Jam game. Cool. Okay. What am I doing right now? I'm working on it's also a dev tile set, so I can kind of consolidate. I'm going to basically remove the artwork from the game, kind of, temporarily, while I consolidate things like layers and so on, and also just block out the areas that we're going to have, so we can focus wholly on level design and not worry about how things are visually when it comes to the actual structure of things that are only gameplay relevant, like the collisions and so on of things. And then we will make the art fit around that. I think I'm going to stick to just having 45-degree slopes in the whole game, because I kind of have the capacity to do more on that, and the way I'm going to code it technically will support more than that. But I just don't want to do it in a different way. It's just easier if we stick to the one. Might allow me some compromises I wouldn't otherwise get. Contiguous restricted tile. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Oh. Okay. What I should add, I've got a better idea than writing 45 in these actually, but I'll do that in a second. That pixel off or something? Oh no, I just didn't put... Ugh, right, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, let's clean this up. Like, you might wonder why I'm spending so much time on something like this, rather than just having slammed the shapes together. It's because the point of it is to make development for me a bit easier and just improve the quality of life of working on the game. So I'm actually just putting a little bit of time into making sure these look right and are clear and helpful to you. I think it's worth it, personally. Here's what I'm going to do. It's bottom right. Bottom left. So I'm only going to use slopes for these specific angles. Just being able to tell at a glance without having to think about it could be quite helpful, I think. Also, you realize I'm not doing these the correct way. It's like that, isn't it, really? Yeah, let's keep that consistent. Base this on the corner that it's pointing. Oops. These can be way smaller, I think. Is that the paid for version of? Yeah, it must be. I bought it ages ago, so it'd make no sense if I wasn't using that version. Okay, and then we can copy and paste them. And then just change the colors. So, yeah, 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 yeah. And copy, paste over that. Yeah, paste down here. Yeah, 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 and yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's set up nicely. There's my slopes. And then this is where I can put these ones. Collision wise, do I really have any other type of tile? Everything else I can think of in the game is going to be an entity. I'm just going to review my massive Trello of stuff that's going in the game. PokeyPoke meta. Really though, I think that's just the main two types of tiles, the ones you bounce off and the ones you grab. I think this is extendable enough that I can put other things in here if I needed to. The only other ones I'm thinking are like the one-way platforms. There's going to be a thing. So I might put something in for that. It's kind of like this. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot else I need to do with the tile system. I was torn on whether to have like a tile you could because it's interesting, by making the only tile that you can't grab the one you can bounce off, it actually becomes weirdly hard to like gate you away from certain areas and stuff. So I always thought about like having a tile that you could place that was like you couldn't grab and you also couldn't bounce off. But I don't know what that would be to physically make sense if like rock or like really hard materials are things that you just bounce off. What would be something that you can't wedge the spear in, but it also doesn't bounce you? Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know that it needs to make sense, but like I want it to at least be intuitive. Not as of yet, Bruno Mazzai. I don't mind GMS2's built-in pixel editor. The only reason I went out to this is because it has a handy thing just for splitting them out and only drawing into a given tile, and it makes it really easy to select a tile and so on. We've got room for additional tile types in here, but I think this is the core of the game, is these things. Really smooth surface of the spear just slides off. Yeah, you could have like a force field surface as well, that's like the spear goes through but you don't, or whatever. I mean, I might include something like that. Sort of implies a kill tile in a way, doesn't it, this, but it should be alright. Pushable crate. Thanks, Pepper Jack. Oh, right, you said that a while ago. There's a GIF of the game you're working on. Looks cool. Looks cool. Yeah, and I don't know if I should do the crumble blocks I've got are just entities in the game at the moment, but I think that's how they work best. I don't need them as a tile. Yeah, cloud blocks more effectively. I think it would be that kind of thing. Like, I don't know, I don't need to know necessarily the exact specific artwork of a thing. So, like, I was thinking like a force field that was similar, right? Like, the idea you can walk on it, but it doesn't affect the sphere. But all tiles like that, so maybe clouds would be one of them as well, would be handled by placing this. Anything else? There was one I wanted to do, like a conveyor belt style thing, essentially. That you could grab, and when you grabbed it, it like pushed you up. Or pushed you sideways, for example. And that would actually work as a tile type, so I think I might include that. Oops. Where's my coffee? There we go. There's like a weird purple or something. Kind of done this an awkward way around. Yeah, plus, minus, that makes sense. Probably should have done that before the copy paste, but whatever. Okay. This'll do for now. Hi, Bug in the Pipe. Glad you're enjoying it, Walter. Glad to have you here. So, tiles and then just export the image. I rarely ever actually open a dot pixel. I usually just open the image again, but we'll put this into the Dropbox for this. Let's go on one, that's right. Save. Okay. Any GMS shortcuts I've learned which you know about since I discovered Control D to duplicate current line? No, that's the most recent one I learned, man. That was the thing on Twitter. I've never even used that though, since learning it. I'll probably forget about it the next time it actually will become useful. Hi JG Gamers. JG Gamers, yeah, that's right. Okay, so yes, tiles dev. Well, I might tweet that I'm streaming as well. That's the thing people do sometimes, right? Set up the Twitters. Should I retweet the stream from there? Maybe when I'm doing something more exciting. I might retweet. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I just made that. Oh, that's not what that's tile dev. That makes sense. It's essentially kind of a replacement in the end for this, but off to work. Thanks, Jacob. Tileset get underscore UVs. Ooh. Wait, what does that even help do? Because you can get the UVs of a sprite either way. I'm sure there's some, that sounds cool. I don't know, with the shaders and stuff. I don't know. Hey Matthew Hobbs, thanks dude. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we got this. We need an actual tileset resource. That's what we want. Dev, and then we can, yeah, okay. Tilesets destroy the sprites unless you say, oh, fair enough. I did not know that. Wait, I probably did know that, but Definitely wasn't at the forefront of my mind. Okay, so at the moment, yeah, we have all these and they all get like converted into the type that they are, right? Which I hope basically we won't need to do anymore and I can just have this layer of dev tiles and have it there forever, but then just make it invisible in the final game and then, yeah. That saves all this conversion I'm doing, because at the moment I'm converting artwork into gameplay, whereas I should build the gameplay in and then paint the artwork on top manually. Let's create new tile layer. So project layer consolidation, I've so far added one layer. And we need to edit that tile set because oops. Make them 32 by 32. Cool. And then let's go ahead and just paint over some of this stuff first of all, just so that we've got the level in here right away. Get it in. I don't think I actually want that little stopgap there, so we'll get rid of that now. Because that's one of the things I did. I was like, okay, well, to make this look better, I'll do the little thing there. It doesn't matter how it looks right now. It matters how it plays. And that's all I want to be thinking about, and that's why I've done this. It'll matter how, like, don't get me wrong, it will matter how it looks. Definitely not for a moment arguing that's, like, irrelevant. It's a huge deal how it looks. But it's not a huge deal right now. It's a later deal. Okay, we'll keep those as what they are, that's fine. So it helps me identify areas where I've just kind of gone a bit too nuts. Like this was like there's loads of that wrong there. It's like it doesn't actually. I mean, it might look better like that, but it helps me like minimize everything first, and then I can build on how it looks way later. Hey, perfect fits. And I can identify patterns and stuff easier as well. Like, let's just, yeah, let's proper just minimize what this is. So there's, like, I've got metal here, I see, and it's like, it's not necessary that that be metal. I don't think. Or that. And it helps when you don't make unnecessary things a different tile type as well, because then it becomes unclear to the player what they're looking at, what they're trying to use. You see something like that, it's very clear that like, oh, this is very different to this. So this must be meaningful in a gameplay sense, and it is. It's what you use to you bounce off it to make your way up this cliff. I think I want to work on this area as well, looking at that now. So that's, I'm already learning things. And what we're going to do here is, I think we're going to have some metal along here. So I think that helps prevent, well, you'll see later.